Everyone, I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, Murray is a better athlete than he looks. He's actually terrific as an athlete. You have to love seeing him use that momentum to bounce up and throw it down.
That one good for two. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Well, that dribble gives KD the momentum he needs, and you can see his teammates already loading up with smiles as he explodes to the cup.
Jokic with it. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Right side, Durant. Pass the ball. Over Murray. Ball no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, you can't let Gordon have room from outside. I mean, he's more than capable of knocking down those perimeter shots.
Here's Ball in the corner. Şengün with it. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it. And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity. They're keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Jokic.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Here's Ball. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Brown. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Jokic. And again, it's Denver.
Jokic has such an efficient, soft stroke, especially from this in-between area.
There's Ball with the three. After two misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Boy, Durant did a nice job. Created space for that shot.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, guys. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Back to you guys.
They're sure good with him in the lineup. Okay, thank you, Allie. Yep, it counts.
This is where KD dips into his bag and comes out smelling good.
Gordon inside. It's hauled in by Edwards. The Rockets trail. To the paint. Lets a floater go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Houston with a big group substitution here. And here's Denver. Here's Murray. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Murray plays with such a nice rhythm, especially on offense. And he's got a really good feel and understanding of when to shoot the pull-up.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Hardaway. Over Shepard. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Murray's got 6.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. They set the pick. Pass to McNeely. Traps in the tray.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Newell. Johnson outside. It's picked off. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Got that one up quick. Murray's got 8.
Well, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And stolen by Eason. And the dunk by Powell.
And all Powell needs is good positioning inside, and when he does get it, he's throwing it down.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Rockets trail by 3. Powell with the screen. Here's Shepard. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Johnson outside. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one falls. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And it's Shepard missing. And now we've got the intentional foul. Both teams changing it up here. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Gordon. Gordon a screen. 4 on the clock. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Rockets trail by 5. Good defense by Jokic.
Took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Here's Brown. Oh!
Brown can finish above the rim with no problem. Yes, indeed, he can bounce.
And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Well, Clark, we've all heard the stats on Nikola Jokic, but it doesn't tell the entire story, does it?
No, it doesn't tell the whole story, but it tells you a series of stories. I mean, Jokic is like the encyclopedia of basketball, Kevin. I mean, I just love watching him play. I mean, this guy does it his own way at his own pace, and his skill level is off the charts. His shot making is remarkable. His unorthodox way of doing what he does is a treat for all spectators of the game.
A true monster in the paint, and just under 7 feet. It can be so easy for Şengün to find those baskets.
Now, here's Jokic. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
Hey, I know analytics shuns the mid-range game, but I tell you what, these guys have the shooters that can knock them down, and they're making it pay tonight.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. There's a resemblance in Alperen Şengün's game. Coach Udoka said he's got a little bit of Joker in him. That's the first thing you'll see. Şengün acknowledged the comparison, adding our passing skills and touch under the rim is similar, but Joker is like monster level. I want to get to that level. Kevin?
He is clearly on the rise. Thank you, Allie. So it's Denver now, following the 3 by Houston that way. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Shepard, that's good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Pass to McNeely. Houston moving it around. They set the pick. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
You really like the intensity and focus Shepard brings to both ends of the floor.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Eason. Jumps up. And the dunk by Eason.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
It could go. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nuggets lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
Here's Jokic. Jokic just takes what he wants inside. Amazing.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
In the corner, it's Eason. At the elbow, Adams. Here's Shepard. And finished off by Shepard.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 9. Clock is at 3. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before a second violation.
Yeah, he tried to go with it before he caught it. Took his eyes off of it. You can't have that at this point in the game.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They trail by 1. For the lead. Good on the three-point shot. Ball's got his second bucket of the night.
Ball is a volume three-point shooter. His confidence pulling the trigger is a big part of his weaponry. And he isn't afraid to let it fly, that's for sure.
Greg, you look at Alperen Sengun. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Now, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Here's Jokic. Great defense that time from Sengun. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Durant. Durant soaring in for the deuce.
Durant always ready to throw it down. You can't let him get close to the rack.
Great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And another miss by Denver. And here's Houston. They're on a 16-4 run. From the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Ball's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And this is Gordon's sweet spot. An awesome dunker who loves getting in tight and wrecking the rim.
And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
There's the pick. 13 feet away. Durant. That's good. KD's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, that mid-range J from KD can put people to sleep, boy. Tough to guard him at all 3 levels. Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
The Nuggets trailed by 13. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So here is Houston. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4.
And when Shepherd is on offensively, he is dangerous, capable of being very efficient on the floor.
And again, Denver no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the foul on Jamal Murray.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Eason. Over in the corner, Shepherd. Back to Eason. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Eason's got his third bucket of the night. Murray for 3. Valanciunas out to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. And a missed layup. Rockets leading by 17. Pass to Exum. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The Nuggets trail by 17. Here's Murray. It's good from the top of the key. Murray's got 12 points in the game.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Set up. Now Shepherd with 4 seconds on the clock. And finished off by Shepherd.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good.
60 seconds.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 17-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Pass to Brown. Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Nuggets. Now Knipple. Outside, KD. Three-pointer. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Right back at you. Durant motivated to put it right in his opponent's face. No better way to do it than with the 3 of his own.
Rockets leading by 17. Down low. And some nice passing there by Houston. Good work there as it goes. KD's got 9 points here in the second half.
pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Paul with a wide open look. And another three for Houston.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning. Have not stopped.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
They need this. And it's Jokic missing.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Right side, Edwards. And the three off target.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
Pass to Jokic. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their system.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teams. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
Empowering at home. He ends a 12-0 run by Houston. And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Nailed from three-point land.
Murray saw the three made on the other end and decided to come right back with payback and get one of his own.
Outside ball. Drives to the hoop. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. To the inside. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Jokic.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Jokic draws the double. Got a piece of it. Just 5 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Ball. From the inbound. And Jokic throws it down.
You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more. Either from him or somebody else.
Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
A 3-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
Jokic inside. Şengün with the rebound.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And this victory tonight will even things up in the season series, one apiece. Consider it repayment for the last time these two teams met. They get their revenge here with 2 more left to play on the year against Denver.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LaMelo Ball.
Boy, I loved his approach. Businesslike, methodical, highly productive. When they needed points, he was the one that got them.
Steps back. Ball. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Basket is good. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 15-point game. And here is KD. And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This was a very strong showing for him.
packed up his guitar and tried to find a place to play. But they against his head and made sure he was. And his last thoughts were the things he didn't say. Right on, right on, right on, right on. She woke up in the morning and she claimed her JSA. And she turned and asked her man if he was gonna be okay. But his cheeks, they turned a ruby red, and then he frowned and shook his head. And I'm sorry, love, I've got to go away. Right on, right on, right on, right on. They all went out one evening and it's gone. And they tried to figure out whose turn it was to pay. But they never made it back to bed. Some may recall that tears were shed, and no one's lives will ever be the same. Right on, right on, right on, right on. Well, I guess he found some comfort at the. Well, I guess that he regretted several aspects of his past.